Okay, hello. Happy Monday, happy March 1st. So you guys, I am so excited. I gotta tell you, I don't know how to start. So I'm so excited because yes, today is March 1st. Yes, it is Monday. Yes, it is the beginning of a new month, beginning of a new week. And if you think about it, is it a coincidence? I don't think so, right? So I want to share some things with you guys because every morning, let me tell you guys my routine. Every single morning, every time I wake up, there's a certain thing I do every single morning. Okay, I wake up, I meditate, etc. But today, I listened to something that just woke me up, okay? And I was like, oh my gosh. And that is that if you're a go-getter, get ready. Get ready because we are about to walk into some of the most important months of the year, okay? And let me first prove to you why I am saying this. If you think about this, okay? I know that it is March 1st, 2021, okay? And although we are in the third month of the year, based on, especially for, hold on. This call is for those of you that are in business, okay? If you're not in a business, but maybe you want to have a business, but if you're a go-getter, you want to pay attention, okay? And that is this. We are literally like barely starting 2021. And you're probably thinking, Karla, we're on month 3. No. Let me tell you why I'm saying this. Society as a whole, we as human beings take time to make adjustments. We take time to make some changes. We take time to adapt, okay? It's not like, okay, all of a sudden, like things just happen and then we just adapt. It takes a little bit of time. So when it starts January 1st, okay, some of us think that that's when the new year starts. And although technically it does at least for this part of the world, what ends up happening is mentally, people are still in December 2020. Energetically, they're still like in celebration mode, right? And then February comes around and people are still like paying off debt from January, from February, from Christmas, from the New Year's, from the holidays. They're like barely starting to get out of all of that. And then here comes March, okay? First of all, spring is around the corner. That's the first sign as Mother Nature is telling us it is time for new, okay? And so people energetically start to realize, OMG, it is really a new year, okay? So I am telling you this, okay? And that is that for those of you guys that are in a business, or you want to have a business and you're like a side hustle, or whether you're involved with my amazing company, Herbalife Nutrition, or you're doing something else, or you want to do something else, okay? Pay attention. And here's what I'm going to say. Pay attention. These next couple of weeks, this next couple of months can dramatically change your life. So let me explain what I mean, okay? So every year, right around this time, especially in our industry, every year, March, April, May, and June are some of the highest season for business, for us, okay? Why is that? Well, like I just explained, people are just starting to realize, okay, we're really in the new year now. Energetically, they're now in the 2021. They've paid off their debts, maybe, hopefully, okay? They paid off the holiday stuff. They're like, okay, like 2020 is finally behind them. So it gives them room for something new. Now, if you think about Mother Nature as a whole, springtime, what is that? It's time for new, okay? So here's what I'm going to tell you. If you really take this on, I am not making a promise, but I'm just telling you based on my own personal experience, every time that I have taken advantage of the springtime, every time I have collapsed years into months. I have collapsed years into months. What I was able to do in a few months would have probably have taken me years had I not put my head on, my focus on, had I not completely had a clear vision and executed it. Okay, so I have a couple of notes here for you guys because I was like, you know what? I feel like we cannot take this opportunity lightly, okay? And that is this. Okay, number 1, okay? Remember, you are always listening. What does that mean? Remember, you are always listening. Number one, this month of March, I am going to invite you, like no kidding, to really be aware of how and what you say. Be aware of how and what comes out of your mouth. Okay, right now, I'm telling you energetically, I'm not psychic and I don't know about all that stuff. I'm just going to tell you what has happened. Well, I'm a little psychic, okay? What has happened with me in the past, and I can feel it in my gut, is that we are about to walk into some months that if, for those of us that are clear with what we want to create, are going to be big manifesting months. Okay? They're going to be huge manifesting months for those of us that have a clear vision of what we want. See, you cannot bring something into existence if you don't even know what it is that you're trying to bring in. It's like saying, I was talking to somebody the other day and she's like, I don't know what we want. And I know we're all like that in some aspects of our lives, but I'm going to invite you, really take some time, especially those of you guys that are go-getters, that you want to build a business, that you're like, you know what? I don't like my job. I don't like my situation. I want to make a change. If that is you, here's what I'm going to invite you to do. Take some time and start to think about and visualize, what do you want? Visualize what kind of life you want to live. Visualize how much money you want to make. Visualize how your body's going to be, your relationships, your spirituality. Just visualize it all. Okay, number one. All right. Then number two, start to think about what do you need to do in order to attract that which you want. What do you need to do in order to attract that which you're manifesting? You can't just sit here and be like, no, you got to get to work. And I'm telling you, these next couple of months, for those of us that don't play around, for those of us that really put in the work, watch what's going to happen, okay? So here's what I'm going to say. You know what? I'm going to go there. I wasn't going to say this, but something tells me maybe somebody needs to hear this. If you are sick and tired, okay? If you are sick and tired of whatever, of your body, if you're like, you know what? I don't want to look and feel like this anymore. If you're sick and tired of your situation, if you're like, you know what? I don't like where I live. Or if you're sick and tired of what you're around your environment, you're like, you know what? I don't like where I work. If you're sick and tired of whatever, I'm going to really challenge you to really take advantage of these next couple of months that are about to happen and that are about to bring in, if you create it, if you manifest it, if you hold the vision and you get to work, that will bring in nothing but abundance into your life. So if you're like, you know what? I'm tired of the way that I feel. I'm tired of the way that I look. I'm tired of the bank account that I have. I'm tired of the situation that I live in. I'm tired of the neighborhood. I'm tired of my house. That is a great place to be, believe it or not, because it is from there that you can make a decision to say enough is enough and start making those changes. So I hope that doesn't offend anybody, but I'm just going to tell you, some of us, okay, really need to look at that. I'll tell you really quick. A couple of years ago, I was in that situation. I was living in an apartment with my husband, okay? We were living in an apartment. We had just gotten married. We decided to live in this apartment as we were building our business. And then one day, I couldn't get into the apartment to park my car, and I had to park it out in the street, and it was raining. And I was literally running to my apartment because it was raining. And as I was running, I was freaking pissed. And I'm like, I cannot believe I'm having to run. And I was so mad. I was so mad. And I got into my apartment. My poor husband was probably like, what is wrong with you? I walked in. You know when you walk in like all dramatic? And I was like, this is it. We got it. And I was like, that was it. That was it for me. And I was like, we are going to move. We are going to move. And then guess what happened? I used that I am sick of this situation as a drive to start making me do the things that I needed to do to get out and to purchase our own home. Okay, so as you know, here in California, it's not easy. So it took a little bit of time. I think it took like about a year and a half, but it was from that decision of like, that's it, I'm done. We are making a change. And from that decision, things started to shift. It's almost like you're telling the universe, I need something new, and things will start aligning themselves, okay? So here's what I'm gonna tell you if you wanna take some notes, okay? What is it gonna take for you to collapse years into days? I'm telling you, you can do it. What if you challenge yourself today, March 1st? Challenge yourself that for this month of March, you're not going to play around. You're not going to do the things you've always done. You're not going to have some bad habits. You're not going to have the old stinking thinking. Remember, you are always listening. So what if what comes out of your mouth are the following things? Number 1, I am intentional. I am intentional. So when you wake up in the morning, you set that intention, like I am intentional. So if you're wanting to build a business and you're wanting to be like an entrepreneur, you're wanting to make things happen, you got to be intentional with your time, with your day. Number 2, stay focused. Stay focused with what you want. Know that people, situations, and environments are going to pull you in different directions. Don't let that happen. Like stay focused. If you want to change your body, stay focused on that. Make the choices that are going to align with the body that you want. Make the choices that are going to align with the health that you want. And yes, for example, we just had lunch and I wanted something sweet. So we have a now and laters. Remember those candies? And so I'll have one. So it takes my craving away, but I'm not reaching for the ice cream. I'm not reaching for the cake or the pan dulce or whatever, right? So find ways to help you stay, number 2, focused. Number 3, be kind to yourself. Be kind to yourself. I'm going to go back to that one. Number 4, develop new habits. Develop new habits. Maybe some of you need to wake up a little bit earlier. Maybe some of us need to go to sleep a little bit earlier, Karla Sandoval, right? Maybe some of you need to start, waking up in a different way. I wake up and I listen to personal development and I meditate. How do you wake up? Do you wake up in a grumpy mood and you're like, your kids wake you up so you wake up all flustered and trying to figure out what to do? Or do you plan the night before so that your morning goes smoothly? Do you pack the lunch for the kids? Do you set your intention for the next day? So when you go to bed, you know exactly what you're going to do the next day. You must develop new habits if you want to have a new life. And only then can you change your life. Have a clear intention. Stay focused. Be kind to yourself and develop new habits. Now, why do I say be kind to yourself? And this is a really big one, okay? When you're wanting to build a new business and when you're wanting to be like a go-getter and you're wanting to make changes, let me just warn you right now. Not everyone is going to be on board. Not everyone is going to say, yes, you can. Not everyone's going to agree with you. Especially people that have never accomplished or done anything or have never gone for anything. They will be, I'm sorry to say, your worst critics. Why? Because they have nothing to relate to. Like they don't know. Like for example, like if you tell me like, I don't know, that you're going to go to the moon, okay? I've never done that. So I'm probably going to tell you all my concerns. Like, are you sure? Can you come back? Like all my concerns, I'm going to impose on you. Listen to what I just said, okay? However, if I'm telling an astronaut that's been to the moon or has been like up there or whatever, hey, I want to go to the moon, he who has had experience, she who has like had some training is probably going to be like, oh my God, you totally should go for it. It is amazing, the experience. So be mindful on who you speak with, okay? So when I say be kind to yourself is this. Have respect for the process. Have patience and have respect for the process. We are about to walk into some of the most important months of the year. That for those of us who get laser focused, for those of us who really take it on, in the next 30 days, I promise you, I can almost promise you because I cannot promise you, okay? But I will tell you from personal experience, every time that I have set a straight intention, have had a clear focus, and have really worked my butt off in the month of March, it has dramatically impacted my year. I don't know why. Okay, I don't know what it is about March. Maybe that's why they call it March Madness, because all of us go mad. If you go mad in working really hard on your body, if you go mad and working really hard on your spirituality, your mental health, if you go mad and work really hard on your relationships, your business, I promise you that you can see some dramatic effects and a dramatic impact in a few days, what would have otherwise taken you years. So as I close this live with you guys, I wanted to tell you, if you are a go-getter, if you are somebody that's really like, no kidding, wanting to make a dramatic impact in your, I'm just going to say it, in your financial life, don't waste the month of March. Don't waste the month of March. This is the month where seeds get planted. You cannot see anything grow that which you do not plant. So if you want to see something grow, if you want to see something manifest, if you want to see something develop, you must take the time to plant, water, nurture, be patient, have respect and patience for the process. Don't just pull out the weed because it's not growing. Like, keep nurturing it, keep going, keep going, keep going. And then when you least expect it, it will start to grow into something beautiful. So don't waste the month of March. I am here to tell you this is the beginning of something big. I can feel it in my gut. And again, I'm not psychic. I don't know about the stars and the planets and the light and all that kind of, I believe in all of that. And okay, just in case you didn't know that, I believe in all of that. I do believe that the universe, everything around us impacts us, okay? And I can just feel it in my gut. Oh, there's a psychic on the line. I can just feel it in my gut that something amazing is going to happen for those of us that have a clear intention, that stay focused, that is kind to ourselves. Oh, that's what I forgot to tell you. Why do you need to be kind to yourself? Let me tell you why. Because the moment you treat yourself good, the moment you're good with yourself, the moment you have respect for yourself, the moment you work out, the moment you eat healthy, the moment you drink the water, the moment you say no to that soda, you say no to that, extra calories and sugars and all that kind of stuff, and you start to align who you really are, you're going to notice that things around you will start to shift. You will notice that as you change within you, the outside world is going to just shift. Whoever, you're like, how come I can't get along with this person anymore? We used to get along really well, because you're now vibrating at another level. But it all starts with you being good to yourself. You cannot expect anyone to be good to you if you don't show them how good you are to yourself. And the moment you start to take care of yourself from the inside out, okay, I'm not talking about the makeup and the hair. I'm talking about the way you treat yourself, the way you're kind to yourself, the way you feed your body, what you do with your body every single day. Do you meditate? Do you sweat? Do you give your body good nutrition? All that has a huge impact on everything. Everything affects everything. Remember that. Everything affects everything. Whenever I'm folding my clothes, sometimes I don't fold it right. And I stop and I think, Karla, do everything with excellence. I literally talk to myself, like, Karla, do everything with excellence. And I refold the clothes, because everything affects everything. Remember that, okay? And how you are in one area of your life, this is a hard one to swallow. How you are in one area of your life, you are in all the areas of your life. Okay, so it's really crazy how all that works. Why? I don't know. I am not God. We need to ask him when I'm going to heaven. I have a lot of questions for him or her. Okay, well, I'm pretty sure it's a him. But anyway, so in conclusion, okay, make sure if you really want to have a powerful 2020, it starts now. It starts today. Do not waste the month of March. Okay, so if you've ever wanted to do anything, if you've ever wanted to have a business, if you ever wanted to take your business to another level, if you ever wanted to make more money, this is the month to start. This is the month to start. This is the month to start. Today is the day you decide, I'm sick and tired of XYZ. I am going to make a change. I'm going to set my intention. I'm going to have a clear focus. I'm going to be kind to myself, and I'm going to create new habits. All right, guys, if you are with me, drop something on the comments. I'm going to post this right now. Tell me I agree. If you agree, do not waste the month of March. Remember that, okay? Have a blessed day, and we'll talk to you soon.